Good afternoon, everybody. Trying to straighten out the screen here, get everything in frame. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm Spokane Steve. We're going to play Strat-O-Matic baseball. June 10th, 1966, game 515 of the full season 1966 replay. Both leagues, of course. Redundant for the regulars, I realize, but nevertheless, the Kansas City Royals come into Anaheim to play the California Angels for a 3-game series. This is the first game. Kansas City, a 4-game losing streak. Angels dropped their last game, so somebody has to win today. Someone's streak will be reversed. Looks like Frank S. had a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel in the pre-play as Kansas City squeaked it out 1-0. Chuck Dobson, of course, the right-hander on the mound for Kansas City. The Angels send their ace, Dean Chance, to the hill. Let me focus this. I'm going to refresh this here. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Yeah, that crown is something new, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's take a look at today's ball game, shall we? Chuck Dobson, Dean Chance, as previously mentioned. Let's look inside the numbers. If I can read it. Oh my goodness, it's one of these days, huh? Woo! Dobson is 2-3 with a 4.81. He's made 9 starts, 49 innings of work. Chance, 7-5, ERA of 4.0, 12 starts, 2 complete games, both of them shutouts. And Chance with 88 innings, among the league leaders in innings pitched, one of the workhorses so far this season. Not surprisingly, as he pitched 260 innings in real life. This is Dobson's 10th start of what would be only 14, so I can only assume that Dobson suffered an injury at some point. Hello there to Ben. Welcome in, Ben. You may have noticed that I put a couple new Mookie shots up there on the Patreon page. Hello, Colin. Welcome in. Just about ready to get underway here on a Wednesday. Had a marvelous chiropractic adjustment. As Fletch said, I feel like $100. Here's the lineup for Kansas City, of course. Bert Campaneris leads off at short. Jose Tartabull back in the lineup in center field. Mike Hirschberger is in right. Danny Cater, the third baseman, hits cleanup with Larry Stahl in left field. Ken Harrelson at first base. There's Harrelson. Dick Green at second. Phil Roof will do the catching and hit 8th, and Dobson, the pitcher, bats 9th. Hello there, Bill. I think you've got the right idea. Bill live me outside with beers. And why not? It's a beautiful day. Another warm one in Spokane, not as hot as yesterday, sitting around 89. In today's dollars, hang on, I gotta see what's going on here. What is in today's dollars 19.99 pin? I must have missed something. Looks like we're pretty well lined up here. Okay, I can't think of anything else to add, so let's play ball. Here's Campy Campaneris to lead things off. Comes into the game with a .262 average, 1 homer, 21 RBIs. Chance gets his sign, and here we go. On a 3-8 righty, he rolls one towards short. Fregosi will take it, and there's one down. Here's Tartable now. Tartable no longer leading the league in hitting. He would be if he had enough at-bats. But with only 134 at-bats, he's officially dropped out of the league leaders despite a .388 batting average. No homers, 21 RBIs. The left-hander standing in. Chance comes in with a 6-7 left-handed, grounder to second base X. That's the Gold Glover Knopf, 117, ranging to his left. On a 5, he makes a dazzling play and throws him out. Well, that's why Bobby gets the big bucks for his defense. Here's Mike Hirschberger hitting .250, 1 homer, 19 RBIs. The pitch from Dean Chance is a 5-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Athletics in the first after half an inning of play. Kansas City 0, California coming to bat against Chuck Dobson. Just getting settled in here. We got a few more trickling in. As we move to the bottom of the first, here's the lineup for the Angels. Jose Cardenal leads it off in center field. Ed Kirkpatrick is in right. Willie Smith gets the start in left field today. Norm Seaburn is the first baseman. Jim Fregosi at short in the 5 spot. Bobby Knopf at second base. Bob Rogers will do the catching. Paul Shaw down at third. And Chance the pitcher. Let's get them lined up here appropriately. There we go. Okay. Bottom of the first, here we go. Jose Cardenal, excuse me, there it goes again. Never fails. I get online and the voice goes. Let me grab a drink of water here. All right. Jose Cardenal comes into the game at just .242. He does have 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. Dobson gets his sign. Here's the pitch on a 4-8 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Cardenal goes down swinging. And here's the right fielder, Ed Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick hitting just .185 in 92 at-bats. He does have 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Dobson's pitch on a 4-10 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Holy cow, Chuck Dobson announcing his presence with authority here today. Strikes out the first 2 batters, and here's the left fielder, Willie Smith. Smith just 8 for 43, that's a 186 average, still looking for his first home run. Dobson with a 2-5 righty, called strike 3, and Chuck Dobson strikes out the side. How about that? Scoreless after an inning. I'm hoping Frank will come in today, and also Joel Horlin. Plenty of time. I'm enjoying the Crockett coffee again. I thought Frank would enjoy that. Danny Cater will lead off the second for Kansas City. Let's take a look at Cater's numbers, hitting just .213, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Just 47 at bats so far for Danny. Whoops, let's have him bat against the correct pitcher, shall we? 3-8 right-handed is a base hit up the middle. Leadoff single for Danny Cater. Cater not normally a threat to run, but Chance with that horrible +7 hold. Rogers with a -2 arm, so he'd be an 18. He does have the 9 automatic caught. Would he go for it? I'm trying to thinking of this, of course, from the defense perspective first. 18, yeah, they got to hold him on. So he's held at 16. So he's got 9 chances to get the lead and 4 to be caught automatically, 1 through 16. That seems like a good gamble to me. He's going to try for it. 5 through 6 or 9, he gets the lead, 1 to 16. There he goes. Rogers throw down, he's stolen it. How about that? Stolen base for Danny Cater. I'm going to check it, but I would have to guess that's his first stolen base. And it is. Next pitch to Larry Stahl. That's going to be a 3-3 right-handed. A grounder down to third. Shaw will take it, look the runner back, and throw him out. Here's Hawk Harrelson now. Harrelson hitting .239, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Chance a glance at the runner. Now it comes in there, 6-5 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Fregosi at .236. Fregosi charging the slow roller on a 14. He's got it and throws him out. Runner will hold. Nope, hang on. I think the runner advances. Yep, runner will advance on the play. So Cater to third base, 2 away, and Dick Green steps to the plate. Green, of course, leads the club in RBIs with 31, hitting .261 with 3 home runs. 2 away, Chance checks the runner. Full lined up, and the pitch to Green on a 2-10 hard smash to third. It's Shaw across to Seaburn, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Danny Cater tried to make it exciting there by stealing second, but he was stranded. Seaburn, Fregosi, and Knopp for California as we go to the bottom of the second. Seaburn hitting .235, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Dobson's pitch is a 6-9 left-handed. He rolls it to second. Green will take it, flips it over to Harrelson, 1 away. That'll bring up Jim Fregosi. Fregosi, leading hitter on the team, batting .324, 6 home runs, and his 33 RBIs, second only to Rick Reichart on the ball club. Reichart, of course, not in the lineup today. Dobson delivers the pitch. It's a 4-9 righty, and that's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Stahl at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. Fregosi cruises into second with a stand-up double. Homer to 9. He rolled to 13. And here's Bobby Knopp. Knopp hitting .227, 4 homers, 22 RBIs. Neither of these teams hitting particularly well. The Angels have a huge advantage in home runs, however, 61 to only 18 for the Athletics. I suppose I should point out that three of the Angels' big power threats are not in the lineup for today's game. That nullifies that advantage a bit. Dobson checks the runner. The pitch to Knopp on a 3-7. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Tartabull glides over and makes the catch. Kansas City very happy to have Tartabull back in the lineup, although not for too long, as he will be traded shortly. 2 down, runner in scoring position. Here's Bob Rogers. Rogers hitting .206, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. Switch hitter batting lefty against Dobson. The pitch is a 3-6 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to right. Hirschberger drifting back. And it's over the wall and gone. Holy criminy, would you look at that. Homer 1 for 2, and Rogers gets it. A 2-run blast by Rogers, and the Angels jump out 2-0. For Buck Rogers, just his 3rd home run of the season. Yes, sir, on a 3-6 1-2, he rolled the 2. I didn't think that one would carry, but it did. And that'll bring up Shaw. Dobson goes into the windup. Pitch to Shaw's a 6-9 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will end the inning. But 2 big runs for the Angels on a 2-run blast by the catcher, Bob Rogers. After 2, it's 2-0 California. Let me refresh because I'm not getting anything. There we go. Now I have Chad. And welcome into Al and Dan, unmitigated. There's Joel Horland. Okay, cool. I'm going to, with your permission, Joel, I'd like to show that picture to the gang. Yes, sirree, it's a Rogers rocket. Okay, top of the 3rd, Phil Roof will start it off. Roof hitting .224, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Dean Chance gets the sign, the windup and the pitch on a 3-8 righty. Grounds it to second. That's a routine play for Knopp, who throws him out. And sure, go ahead. Okay, at the half inning, we'll do that. Dobson, a right-handed hitter. Chance comes in with a 6-11 righty. Rolls it weakly to 3rd. Shaw comes in, scoops it up, and throws him out. 2 away, that'll turn the lineup over, and here's Campy Campaneris once again, grounded to his opposite number back in the 1st. Chance ready now. The pitch is a 3-4 right-handed. He pops him up left side. Shaw again. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Dean Chance. Dean Fat Chance. Yeah, I like that, Al. That seems appropriate. Let's see what we've got here. I'm going to show you guys this picture that Joel Horland was kind enough to send me yesterday. It's a good one. That is a 6-year-old Joel. And you got it right, my friends. That's Frank Robinson. I wish I'd have thought of this yesterday when Robinson was actually playing. How about that? Isn't that great? And Joel, if you'd like to share the details of the photo op, that would be great. Right, Dan? Yeah, looks like they just got out of church there. Bottom of the third, Dean Chancel started off. He's a right-handed hitter. Dobson's pitch is a 1-8, struck him out. Fifth strikeout for Dobson already, and we're only in the third inning. Here's the leadoff man, Jose Cardinal. Let me get back to my stats page here. Cardinal hitting right-handed, of course. Dobson with the wind-up, the pitch of 5-7 righty, and he loses in ball 4. Cardinal with excellent speed. Let's check the Kansas City battery now. Dobson a 0 hold, and Ruth a 0 arm. So Cardinal 17, he'll be held on at 15, and Ed Kirkpatrick will be the hitter with 1 away. 15, Cardinal's going to try for that lead, 2 through 6. He's got a 10 and doesn't get it. The next pitch to Ed Kirkpatrick is a 2-7 righty. Grounder to second, but with a runner held, that's a single plus, and Cardinal rounds second and goes all the way to third on the base hit by Kirkpatrick, and the Angels threatening again here in the bottom of the third. Kirkpatrick will have to be held at 13. Already leading by 2, no real reason to take any chances there. With the runner held, obviously the infield back. Willie Smith, the hitter. Dobson checks the runners. Now from the stretch, comes in with a 6-9 left-hander. It's a ground ball to second base. That's going to be green to Campaneris for 1. Steps on the bag, fires to Harrelson. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And Dobson escapes the jam. No runs a hit, 1 left. After 3 complete, still 2-0 Angels. You've all seen the real life score and Frank's pre-play. That's kind of a shame about the signature, but you know what? It's still it's a great picture. There's the story on it, which I could not remember since I'm, well, me. Sometime after the 66 series at a banquet, maybe in the LA area. Frank had a home in LA, I believe. Top of the fourth, 2-0 Angels. Tartable 0 for 1. Dean Chance gets the sign. Here's the windup down the pitch. That's a 1-6 righty. Grounder to short. Fregosi will take it and throw him out. Hirschberger 0 for 1. Chance for the windup down the pitch. It's a 4-9, and he walks him. That seems to be the one chink in Chance's armor, the base on balls. In 87 2/3 innings coming into play today, he'd walked 44. Hirschberger, a good base stealer, +5, he's a 20, held at 18. And you got to try for that, don't you? 5 or a 6 for the lead. On a 3, he does not get the lead. Cater will swing away with 1 out. The pitch is a 6-12 right-handed. Grounder to the pitcher X. Chance at 222. And here's the play. On an 8, it's the E range. We've got a 6 on a 22. That could be trouble, and it is. That's going to be an error on Dean Chance. And Kansas City will have first and second 1 out. First error of the ball game, and it's by the pitcher Chance. That'll bring up Larry Stahl, who came into the game hitting .274. Grounder to third in the second. Chance gets the sign. The windup and the pitch is a 1-7 righty. Fly ball to straightaway center. Cardinal backs up a bit and hauls it in. 2 down, and it will be up to Harrelson. Here's Ken Harrelson stepping in. Grounder to short his first time up. Chance with the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-8 righty, and he walks him to load him up. 2 walks in the inning issued by Chance. That and his own error have loaded the bases with 2 down, and team RBI leader Dick Green climbs into the box. Rogers out to the mound to try to calm Chance down a bit. Now we're set to go. Runners take their lead. The pitch to Green. That's going to be a 4-9 right-handed, and he walks him to force in a run. So a bout of wildness here in the fourth for Dean Chance. That's going to score Hirschberger and make it a 2-1 ball game. For Green, RBI number 32 on the season. So, I'm sorry, Frank. I can't help it. Yeah, you met him, all right. Oh, Dan must not know about this. The batter will be Phil Roof, bases loaded, 2 away, 2-1 ball game. Chance gets the sign. The full windup, the pitch on a 1-9, and he walks him. 3 consecutive walks, 4 in the inning, and the game is tied. So Chance, sailing along, suddenly can't find the strike zone here in the fourth. I'll just say this, Dan. Frank got punched by Mike Tyson. I'll let Frank, if Frank wishes to elaborate further, by all means, Frank, the floor is yours. It's a great story. Fortunately for Chance, Dobson is at the plate. Let's see if he can get out of this. The pitch to Dobson is a 1-11. Struck him out, and that'll do it. But Kansas City ties it, scoring 2 runs without the aid of a hit. 4 walks and an error. That would have been the second out. So both the runs unearned as far as Chance is concerned, even though it was his own error. Almost doesn't seem fair, does it? He gets off the hook in the ERA department despite the fact that his own error opened the door. That, not to mention the fact that he walked 4 guys in an inning. How often do you see that? And well, greetings, Greg Jones. Welcome in. Did I make a mistake? Anyone else? Should I take a look at that? Yeah, let's take a look at it. Okay, I'm going back to the replay now. Bases loaded. Phil Roof at the plate. That was a 1-9. Thank you very much. 1-9's a ground ball to the pitcher. That changes things entirely. Did I read it as a 6-9, a 4-9? I think I read it as somehow I read it as a 4-9. Okay. We're going to call that a 1-2 force. So that's just one run for the Athletics. Huge difference. And Dobson will lead off the 5th. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. I'll take all the help I can get. So only 3 walks in the inning for Chance. And we go to the bottom of the 4th in a 2-1 ball game. Norm Seaburn will start it off. He's 0 for 1. Dobson into the windup. That's a 2-3. Grounder down to first. Harrelson has it. Throws it to Dobson covering. And there's one down. I'm having one of those bad vision days again, unfortunately. I'm doing the best I can. Here's Fregosi, who doubled his first time up. Dobson gets the sign. The windup and the pitch is a 6-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That is 6 strikeouts now for Dobson. And the batter will be Knopp. Dobson gets the sign. The pitch to Bobby Knopp on a 5-9. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Holy cow, this is noteworthy. That's 7 strikeouts in 4 innings for Chuck Dobson. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels, and through 4 it is 2-1 California. I gotta look at Dobson's card now. Just 61 strikeouts in 84 innings in real life. But he certainly brought his good stuff today. Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, you decided to unlurk at the most opportune time, and we thank you. Usually more people would have caught that, but everybody was rightfully absorbed in the Tyson story, which is I can't touch that. I mean, Chuck Dobson will lead off the 5th. Chance into the windup. 3-7, grounder to second. Knopp has it, throws him out, and there's one away. Here's Campy, 0 for 2. Chance gets the sign on a 3-11 righty. Foul ball, left side. Shaw over by the railing to make the grab. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Jose Tardible. Chance gets his sign. The windup and the pitch is a 4-9 right-handed, and he walks him. There's that 4th walk. We knew it was going to happen. 20 held at 18. He's going to try for it. 2 through 5 or 12. 4. He's got the lead. 1 to 18. There goes Tardible. Rogers throw down. He's stolen it. Not surprisingly, Jose Tardible with his 12th stolen base of the season. Scoring position now for Hirschberger, and here's the next pitch from Chance. 6-7 right-handed is a grounder to second base X. That's the Gold Glover Knopp, 117. Here's the play on a 20. He's got it, throws him out. Oh, he makes it look easy, doesn't he? 4-3X. Side retired. No runs, no hits, one left. Another good low-scoring duel here as we're halfway home, 2-1 Angels. There was a movie about that, wasn't there, Ben? I vaguely recall something to that effect. Oh, here's something interesting. Danport played poker with Jose Canseco, and he was terrible. Somehow that doesn't surprise me all that much. My guess would be that he had that textbook macho, I can buy every pot attitude. Yeah, I've played with guys like that. They probably didn't have as deep pockets as Jose Canseco, granted, but still. Here's Rogers, whose 2-run homer has accounted for all of the California runs. Let's get Dobson on the mound. Into his windup, and the pitch to the lefties, a 5-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 8 strikeouts now for Chuck Dobson. Holy cow. That'll bring up Shaw. He struck out in the second. Dobson's pitch is a 6-7 righty. That's a high fly ball to center. Backing up is Tartable, double to 7. That's going to be caught just shy of the track by Tartable. So a nice play by Tartable to range that one down. And here's Chance. Dobson with a 2-8 struck him out. Through 5 innings of play, that's 9 strikeouts for Chuck Dobson. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels, and it's still 2-1. No poker face, huh, Ben? Alrighty, I'm going to refill my coffee. I need all the help I can get today. Doesn't help with vision, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's good. Bill pops in to grab a refill. We go to the 6th inning in a 2-1 ball game. Cater, Stahl, and Harrelson do. Cater singled in the second, reached on an error in the 4th. Chance gets his sign now into the windup. It's a 6-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. Tough chance for Shaw. Shaw at 325. Here's the play. On a 9, it'll be the E-range. So we've got the roll of an 8 on a 25. It's nice stab by Shaw to his feet and throws him out. Oh my, what a play by Shaw. 5-3X. I was almost certain that was going to be an error. Shaw makes the play. 1 out. Here's Larry Stahl. The pitch from Dean Chance is a 2-8 right-handed, and right in the middle of his best column. He pops it up to the right side. Seaburn will take it, and quickly there's 2 outs in the 6th. Here's Harrelson now 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance's pitch is a 1-7 right-handed grounder to shortstop. Fregosi to Seaburn. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Dean Chance. Chance has pitched an excellent game. He had that little momentary lapse of control, let's call it, in the 4th. That and an error led to a run. Other than that, he's been magnificent. Dobson, his only mistake was the 2-run homer to Rogers, and he's putting on a strikeout show today. Dobson, by the way, already in his 2nd endurance inning, he's just rated 5 for starter endurance. Top of the order for the Angels. Cardinal struck out and walked in this one. Dobson gets the sign from Ruth. It's a 4-8 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Can you believe this? That's 10 strikeouts now for Dobson. I'll tell you, that would make it very hard for me to take him out of the game. I have to remind myself the Athletics are trying to win a ball game here. We've got 2 teams struggling to get back into the race. Kansas City at 24-25 and the Angels at 24-28. And with 1 out, here's Kirkpatrick. Ed 1 for 2. Dobson into the windup. It's a 3-6 righty. He pops him up right side. Harrelson, 2 down. And here's Willie Smith. Smith 0 for 2. Dobson into the windup on a 6-8 left-handed grounder to second base X. That's going to be Green. Green 2E19. On a 14, he's got it and throws him out to retire the side. 4-3X, 1-2-3 go the Angels. Dobson now has retired the last 10 consecutively. And through 6 innings of play, it's Angels 2, Athletics 1. Yes, that was. In fact, does anybody else have any more? Anybody else have pictures? It's a lot of fun getting these pictures. I unfortunately have none. I have some with a couple of musicians. But no ball players. Oh, that's awesome. Franklin still has the ball. And you're thinking, well, of course you would. It's not always that easy. I'll tell you what, I've moved quite a few times, and, you know, if you haven't, it's amazing the amount of stuff that gets lost in moves. Here we go to the 7th in a tight ball game. This will be Dean Chance's first endurance inning, and he'll face the bottom of the Kansas City order. Dick Green 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance into the windup. That's a 1-5 right-handed. Called strike 3. Let's see how many is that for Chance. Just his second strikeout. So the strikeout gods definitely favoring Dobson today. Here's Roof, 0 for 2. Chance's pitch on a 4-5. He lifts it to right. Kirkpatrick drifts over and puts it away. And now Dobson trailing in the 7th. Ouch. Oh no. This is tough. They almost have to hit for him, don't they? There is 2 out. So trying to generate a rally isn't going to mean much. What they need is somebody with some power. I really don't want to take him out, I have to admit. 10 strikeouts or no, Kansas City needs a run. So unfortunately, that's going to be it for Dobson. Ed Charles will grab a bat and come to the plate here with 2 outs in the 7th. Hell of a game, though, for Dobson. 6 innings, only 3 hits. A 2-run homer to Rogers, the only blemish. He walked 1 and struck out 10 in 6 innings. Bill still has the Brooks Robinson autograph ball. Excellent. That's classic, man. Here's Frank. He was once knocked out by Mike Tyson. That's probably true, Frank. Yeah, I didn't really want to do it unmitigated. I don't see there's a choice. Kansas City trying to catch lightning in a bottle here with Ed Charles. 276, only 1 home run so far. Chance gets the sign. The pitch on a 2-9 righty. Right in his good column. He grounds it to third, and Shaw takes it and throws him out. 1-2-3 goes Kansas City in the 7th. Let's see, for Chance now, that's 7 in a row retired. And as we stretch, it's 2-1 Angels. It's a nail biter here today. On a hottish July Wednesday. And then we'll figure out who's going to come in and pitch. It's left, right switch. Krause and Aker in real life. This is more of a Lindblad job. Let's check the usage display here for a moment. I don't want to overuse anyone, at least not unnecessarily. But we'll do it if that's what it takes to win a game. I'm not a super stickler about it. I'm just kind of a stickler. No, they're going to go to Lindblad. He has plenty of usage left. And then we're going to take a look at the cat. I uploaded a couple of shorts to Patreon today, Mookie footage. I'm trying to find things to do to put on there. I'm looking for him, and he's not on the couch. Yeah, that's what he goes about 3 days, right? And then he changes positions on us. Nope, he must be in the bedroom. There's his carrier. He knocked that out into the roadway there. Where are you at, Mook? Are you in the window? Yep, sure enough. Right in the sun. What's up, Mookie? Checking it out? What's out there, buddy? Oh man, you are warm. I don't know how you can lay there. I'm trying to see what he's seeing. I don't see anything. That proves nothing, of course. They can see stuff we can't. Definitely hear stuff we can't. Just sunning himself, I guess. He was active this morning. He'll get active later. For some reason, he's never active for the 7th inning stretch. Yeah, I know, Frank. I mean, I know you're trying to figure him out. I'm telling you, it can't be done. At least I haven't been able to. Okay. So why am I completely out of whack here now? I must have bumped that thing, huh? There we go. Oh. There's Franklin. You made it. Yes, sir. The fire sale is on the horizon. Okay, in a tight game, Kansas City turns to lefty Paul Lindblad. Lindblad 6-0 with a save, 1.95 ERA, 28 innings of work. And against the lefty, California may just counter. And they will. They're going to bring in Joe Adcock to hit for Seaburn and play first base. So you could say Alvin Dark walked right into that one. Adcock with scary power against left-handers. On the season, 259, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs, and just 85 at-bats. Oh God, I remember that one unmitigated. I'd forgotten all about it. Thank you for that. I love having my memory jogged, as you guys know. Here's Adcock, Lindblad ready to go to work. The windup and the pitch is going to be a 6-7 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll bring up Fregosi, who's 1 for 2. The pitch from Lindblad is a 2-8 left-handed. That's a high fly ball to deep left field, going back his stall at the track, at the wall, off the wall. And Fregosi has his second double of the afternoon. A 1-out double. And the batter is Knopp. Fregosi takes his lead. Lindblad a glance at the runner. Comes to the plate 2-2. That's a single into center field. Fregosi rounding. 1-15. Tartable +1, 16. They're going to send him. They're going to let it go through. 1-16 to the plate, he scores. And on the throw, Knopp into second. So that'll be an RBI single for Knopp, and it's 3-1. Briefly thought about cutting it off, but felt in this kind of a game, they really couldn't let that run score if they could help it. Bob Rogers will turn around and bat right-handed against Lindblad. Rogers homered in the second, struck out in the fifth. That was against Dobson, of course. The pitch from Lindblad. 4-6 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Hirschberger is there and makes the catch, I believe. The runner can tag, so Knopp 13-15, but Hirschberger with a -4 cannon out there, 11. He's going to stay where he is. And with 2 down, it will be up to Scholl. And they're going to put Scholl on and pitch to Chance. Intentional walk to Scholl. And Chance will bat. He leads 3-1. Lindblad checks the runners. Pitch to Chance on a 2-8. Struck him out, and that will do it. But the Angels get a big insurance run on 2 hits, leave a man. Sorry, they leave 2. And after 7, it is 3-1 Angels. This just in from Al, 1948. Philly sweeps a doubleheader in the Bronx. Here's Dean Chance now in his second endurance inning. And with a 3-1 lead, as always, let's check the Angel defense. Looks pretty good other than left field. Let's see what they've got. Kirkpatrick can stay in right, but Smith is going to exit in favor of Jimmy Pearsall. Pearsall a 2E9 +1 arm. Same running rating. Pearsall takes over in left field. And for Dean Chance, he'll be facing the top of the order as we go to the 8th inning. 3-1 Angels. Okay, here we go. Campaneris 0 for 3 on the day. Chance gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 5-9 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Third K for Chance, and here's Tartable. Jose 0 for 2 with a walk. Chance gets the sign. The pitch is a 4-6 left-handed grounder to second. Knopp is there. Flips it over to Seaburn. And there's 2 away. Chance, other than that 4th inning, has been in complete command today. And here's Hirschberger with 2 outs. Chance into the windup. 110 righty, he pops him up on the left side. Fregosi will take it. And that's 10 in a row now, retired by Chance. 1, 2, 3 goes Kansas City in the 8th. Lindblad will start the inning. And right-hander, let me check their usage again. Sorry about this. Right-hander Wes Stock begins throwing. The Lindblad working in the 8th with a righty behind him. Cardinal, Kirkpatrick, and Pearsall do. Cardinal struck out twice and walked in this one. Lindblad gets the sign. Pitches a 6-8 right-handed, and that's going to be a hit high and deep to left field. That's over the head of, Stahl. Triple to 9. That's going to be a double for Cardinal. And Stock getting ready in a hurry now. Third hit off of Lindblad. He will face the lefty Kirkpatrick. Left on left. He comes in there with a 2-11. That's going to be a grounder to first. That will move the runner over as Harrelson fields it and tosses to Lindblad for the out. And Dark's going to make a move right here. Lindblad not as effective as usual today. He's going to go to the righty Wes Stock and try to keep this a 2-run game. Inning in the 3rd for Lindblad. 3 hits and a walk, albeit intentional. Struck out a pair. Stock has only been in 2 games, worked 2 innings, so he needs some work. Here's Pearsall for his first at bat. Stock checks the runner. He's ready to go to work now. The pitch to Jimmy Pearsall on a 2-7. He lifts it to left, playable for Stahl, who puts it away for the second out. And that'll bring up Joe Adcock. Yeah, I wasn't going to let a left-hander pitch to Adcock again. Lindblad did strike him out to start the 7th. But Adcock had already seen him once. He'll face Wes Stock. Stock into the windup. 2-6 right-handed. It's a grounder to first, single to 3. And that's going to be fielded there by Harrelson, who goes to Stock covering, and that will retire the side. No runs a hit, 1 left on. Score remains the same as we go to the 9th inning. Chance trying to finish what he started. Just in case, Angels stopper Bob Lee takes off the jacket and begins tossing lightly in the Angel pen. I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys all for watching. I look forward to this time of the day every day. Well, almost every day. There is that odd day where I just feel wiped out. But you know something? Even on those days, I usually end up enjoying it anyway. That's typical, Frank. Last chance for Kansas City. Trying to avoid their 5th consecutive loss. Good point, Bob. Thank you for pointing that out, Bob Merrow. Yes, only 1 hit for Kansas City. It was Cater. Led off the 2nd with a single, stole 2nd, and was stranded. Kind of a sneaky 1-hitter, isn't it? Cater standing in. Chance gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 1-7 righty. Lifts it to center. Playable for Cardinal, who's there to make the grab. 1 away. And here's Larry Stahl, the left fielder. Larry 0 for 3 today. Chance into the windup. There's the pitch now on a 4-11 left-handed. It's a fly ball to left field X. That's where Pearsall has been inserted for defense, a 2-9. Pearsall on his horse on a 19. He makes a nice running catch And Kansas City down to their last out. It'll be Ken Harrelson. Harrelson grounded to short twice and walked. Chance looking to close it out. Harrelson trying to keep it alive. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-5 right-handed. He lifts it to right field. That's going to do it. Settling under it is Kirkpatrick, and that's the ball game. Pitchers duel today 3-1, and until Bob pointed it out, I have to admit I didn't realize that Chance pitched a one-hitter. That pretty much ends any player of the game discussion, doesn't it? Oh, those walks. 3, 4 walks. Even there, I thought it was more. For some reason, it felt like more than 4 walks. He only struck out 1, 2, 3. And the lone run was unearned. Thanks to his own error, of course. But still, no question who the player of the game is. Lindblad allowed a run. Stock 2/3 of an inning. He retired both of his men. Dobson, the hard luck loser. Now 2 and 4. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. That was a good one. I feel kind of stupid not realizing I was completely I mean, I knew he was pitching well, but I had no idea how well. The totals: the Angels 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error. Athletics 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 1 GD hit. As Bob pointed out. There was an ugly one, wasn't it, Frank? Yeah. Still, the line does not lie. What a marvelous game by Chance. You know, I think it was the 4th inning that kind of created an optical illusion there or something, right? Yeah, exactly. Ah, that's okay. Nobody listening anyway. So a good one today. Athletics now have dropped 5 in a row. Thank you, Unmitigated. Looking ahead on the schedule, we find tomorrow's game will be the Minnesota Twins at the Chicago White Sox. That's going to be Dave Boswell, who's having a really good season so far, against John Buzzhart for the Sox. That's going to be 1:30, of course, Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. 1966 forever, or for at least for 4 more years, give or take, right? All right, I'm going to fire up my air conditioner, make a sandwich or something. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks again, everyone. Have a very pleasant evening, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.